Oh gosh. Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. Hi YouTube. It's been a minute since I've been live. There's many reasons why. I have so much going on. I'm juggling so much. I'm trying to get um my little business off the ground. Um Today I want to stay on one topic, and it is diabetes. I'm actually was getting ready to go to sleep, and today is National Diabetes Day. Excuse how I look. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do anything. I just was about to go to bed, and I can't go to sleep without checking my daughter's blood sugar. And what I did was I actually checked it at 10 o'clock. And I don't know what's going on, but sometimes I really have to ask her doctor, is there any way that the insulin doesn't work? I'm not saying it's faulty. I'm not saying it's fake. Hold on, let me get this log because I really want to look at this. 'Cause now I'm literally like a zombie. I'm ready to go to sleep, but like I can't go to sleep because simply if I go to sleep and she starts dipping really fast, because I'm gonna tell you what I did, and I want to say this first. Any advice that I share about treatments or any techniques that I do with my daughter, do not just up and try them on your child. Um, Most of these techniques are definitely specific to her. Everything does not work for everybody. And I just did something I've never done before. I'm going to email the doctor and let her know that I did it. But I really did not want to go to the emergency room tonight. Let's see, can I visually show this to you guys? I'm freaking out. I'm literally freaking out because if you see here, we were good. This is about 10. And right here, I gave her 2 units of insulin. I did the correction calculation, which I'm gonna try to do it over my head. If you're a type 1 mom, then I'm talking your language. Type 1 dad, type 1 grandmom, type 1 neighbor, type 1 puppy. You know my language. If you're not like familiar with diabetes and the treatments, I'm gonna be talking Greek to you till you get a little more familiar. Um, my nerves are bad because this is such a scary ordeal to deal with. I salute all mothers that do this, and I mean really do it. Like, when you have a child, it's like, okay, this is my baby. You're showing them off, and you're happy, and you're glorious all the time. And you grow them up, and then one day your child just falls in a coma out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my God, like, and then you're given these instructions, not written down, like you have to learn a new way to take care of your child. I can't even imagine. My daughter was 10 when this happened. So she was very fluid with talking. I can't imagine parents of toddlers and infants that can't even say sentences. Like, I'm not gonna get emotional because I have changed so much since my daughter woke up from this coma. We logged today. She logged in school today, as you can see. Get the numbers off. I don't want nobody to get my phone numbers and stuff. She does a good job with logging. Do you know how long it took me to drill on her and holler at her to get this right? But I got it. She logs perfectly now in school. So there's a lot of things we still need work on. There's a lot of things that we have, like she's just doing excellent at. Um, and I think today is going to be the positive side to diabetes. It's Diabetes National Diabetes Day. It's a day where every American, every human being should be learning one thing about diabetes because it's such a played around with disease. Like I just was watching a show a while ago and they was making, oh, don't eat that, you're gonna get diabetes. You don't eat something and get a chronic illness. Like they play with words. so much with this disease because there's so many different types. There is no worse one than the other one. I think any type 1, type 2, gestational, um, type 1.5. I heard there's a 1.5, borderline. All of these types of diabetes are hard. Type 1 is super difficult because you're dealing with blood, and blood does not always play by the books, like I just showed you. So at 10 o'clock, I gave my daughter 2 units. Now, I want to explain how I came up with this because when I go a little further with what I just did, you're going to be like, are you crazy, lady? So this is why I'm up, because I'm a little manic because I don't want to go to sleep. And then an episode, oh, look what we did. Look what I did. Look what I did, y'all. Look what I did. I stopped. That arrow actually has nothing to do with this number. This arrow is telling me when it was straight up like that it could have went up 90 points in 30 minutes. Already at 300 and something, 90, that's like 400, 500. I'm not trying to go to Harlem Hospital tonight. So I did something drastic. And then, like I said, anything I share with you guys, you have to know there's a lot of conditions that played into it. This was the most drastic. This is the first time I've ever gotten that drastic. Um, I would have just normally just sat up for another 3 hours, which would have been 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. I would have sat up to 1 a.m. I would have gave her another needle and waited for that to kick in, because every short-acting insulin for my daughter, the short-acting insulin, it takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to show effect on her blood levels after injection. So this is where a lot of my hours go. Praise God. I'm hopefully starting a new business from the ground up by myself. I just received some good news today. And I have to do that because I have no time in a day to give to a company, McDonald's, the bank, a school. I have no hours and extra hours in the day to go and work someone's job for them. So the best thing for me to do is make my own residual money on my own. And it can be done. And I'm going to do it because when I put my mind to do something, I do it. So at 10, let me look at this again because I'm amazed. Okay. Okay, now it's holding steady at 339. That's too freaking high. That's too high for your blood levels to be like this constantly. So I'm like praying for this sugar to come down. Y'all bear with me because I like the emotions are like right there. Because my mom had a stroke Sunday. Everybody, please keep my birth mother, because it's confusing. I was adopted and I found my birth family. My adopted mother passed when my daughter was born. My birth mom had a stroke Sunday night. So having your daughter sick and then, hearing news about your birth mom, it's a little adjustment I have to go through because I'm like up and down all the time with this sugar. So what I did was, she was completely asleep. I had to holler at her, get up and take that Snado. But I always go back and say, Mommy, sorry that I had to holler at you, but like you're the hardest person to wake up besides me. Like, so at 10 o'clock, her sugar was 203. Mind you, let me look in the meter. I swear I checked it before. It was like 190 something, and in 10 minutes it jumped up. That's telling me, okay, we're going through a spike here. And she didn't eat anything. She doesn't sneak anything. She literally been asleep since 8 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, I can tell. I'm looking at the meter. I can see like it's inching up just a little bit. So let me look. Let's see. Okay, that's the one I did. That's the one I did. Okay, at 8:45. Now listen to this. How the heck? At 8:45, it was 140. And what I did, I like to give the doctor a lot of information. So even if I don't treat or do anything, like right here, I didn't do anything, I still like to give her numbers because this, they go by. They don't go by Dexcom because Dexcom G5 is not as reliable for blood glucose numbers, but they are reliable in you doing treatments because it shows patterns. Like I was telling you, I'm looking and I'm like, this is going up. I can see it just inching up, inching up, inching up. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Inching up, inching up. This is an up pattern. It's not stable down here. This is a bad area, and way down here in the red is a bad area. And we go in all of these areas. Um, so okay, I'm like, okay, 8:40, 1:40. I'm like, oh shoot, I'm going to bed tonight like a normal person. So then 9:56, like maybe an hour. We'll just say an hour. 203. How do you go up there? Okay, so I'm like, okay, all right. So what we're gonna do? I said, all right, Gina, sleep. So I'm gonna calculate it for her. I said, okay, 203 minus the goal, which is 120. I think it was like 80 something. Um, then you divide that by her nighttime correction factor, which these numbers change. Her correction factor during lunch might be 60. At night it's 50. So it came up to like 1.6. So I gave her 2 units. I woke her up. She woke up, she stabbed herself, she pushed it in there. I said, don't go to sleep with that needle. She said, okay. That's the footage I should be getting. Because it's hilarious. So she pulls the needle out of her. Y'all have no idea how strong my daughter is. My daughter has been injecting herself with a needle since she was 10 years old. She is the bomb. I used to freak out. Like her stepdad, sister literally had to come home with me when she came home to give her first needle because I couldn't. I hate needles. Do anything to keep your child alive. Excuse me, I look a mess. I don't even care. Just sometimes type one moms just I don't care. I went outside not matching today. I just didn't care. Um, so I gave her the insulin. So mind you, I gotta wait an hour and a half before I know if the insulin worked or didn't work. Guess what? It happened in an hour and a half. It went from 203 to 342. After I gave her 2 units of insulin, and I rounded it up because I should have gave her one, but I rounded it up. But mind you, when it was 203, the arrow, what was the arrow doing? The arrow was slanted up, not straight up, slanted up. So that's, I think, plus 30 in the next 15, 20 minutes. That means that it's climbing. I love Dexcom. G5, haven't got G6, but G5 does me just fine. I don't even need an upgrade. I'll take it because I am ready. I think they did call me and tell me it's time for an upgrade. I'll go back to this again. So let's see. And we did this, I gave it to her at 10. So 10 is here. 10 is, oh, I hate the damn glare. Y'all, I'm sorry. 10 is here. And as you can see, it tried to come down for 2 dots. But then it shot up. So what the devil is something wrong with the insulin? That's the first thing I said. They didn't give me some fake insulin because I am paranoid, okay? Because America's just got too much stuff going on. I'm like, well, maybe they gave me fake medicine. Maybe it got too hot. What is going on? So 10 o'clock, I checked again at 11:51. That's an hour and 51 minutes later. It was almost 2 hours. It wasn't even an hour and a half because I gave it a little bit of time. Her sugar was 342. Now I'm about to tell you the rules of insulin dosing. And this goes for long acting, and we do long acting every morning at 4 a.m. Simply because her schedule at school, her blood don't care about that. For some reason, if I want her to be stable in school, I gotta start bolus at 4 a.m. because there's a 4-hour peak period. So I need the peaking in between going to school and coming home, closer to the first half of school. So we do Landis at 4 a.m. so she can actually go to school. Because a lot of people don't know this. For the 7th grade, I had to homeschool my child. A lot of people don't know what I went through after my daughter was diagnosed. There are states in the United States that have sucky health care. And I don't even think it was about the states. It was more the president undoing all of this health care stuff. He just was doing so much to the health care. People with pre-existing conditions, which is what type 1 diabetes is, and a chronic illness, healthcare just went to shit. Excuse my French. Healthcare went to shit. It went to shit. I was denied for Dexcom in 3 states. I did not get Dexcom until I came here. I did not actually move to New York for healthcare, but I moved to New York for my daughter, better opportunities for healthcare, but the whole scale, education, everything. As soon as I get here, Dexcom came to the door. So clearly, I made a good move. In North Carolina, she only had a nurse 2 days out the week, but was but I'm legally forced to send her to school where no one is liable for her. That was illegal. Virginia, same difference. They don't have funding for nurses. New Jersey, shit, I couldn't even get a doctor to fill out this paperwork for school, so I paid for the homeschool her. Yep, I got all the receipts. I got hope, everything. That's how she made it to the 8th grade. Okay, so it's a lot. Um, where you live matters. Where you live matters. I feel sorry for people with regular insurance. Healthcare costs, the insurance is, I mean, this stuff is so expensive. Like, most people wouldn't be able to afford Dexcom because of the high cost that you got to pay for it. And I really feel for people like that. It's like, um, I would love to be able to go punch a clock 40 hours a week, but I wouldn't love to punch a clock for 40 hours a week to work for diabetic supplies. That's ridiculous. Like, where do I get the energy to take care of her at? It's like only a certain amount of hours in a day. So what I did was I broke a rule. There is a rule for stacking. Stacking means you've had too much insulin. You've had too many doses. Like, you can't just go dosing all day long. No, 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 no. When you dose, and this is for fast acting or long, any insulin injection, they want you to, okay, if I do it at 8, I don't need to inject anymore until 11, whether it works or not. If you miss the bus, then you just missed the bus. You just go ahead and suffer. Lows are different because you're putting juice in the body to bring the sugar up. It's totally different. Too much insulin will take my baby out of here. And we've had those 2 instances twice. One time when an adult pressured her to do it on her own in school. That's how I got to the Office of Civil Rights last year. hmm And when was the other time? It was 2 things with this insulin. Or maybe that was when I had to fight her to take a needle because in the beginning it was crazy. So look what I did. Let me do this like this. I don't want to. This is like Happy National Diabetes Day for real. So if you look right here, as you can see, all of the injections are spaced out 3 hours or more. Like, I hate lunch. Because when she comes home, she doesn't, like, that's a long time. And that may be why it went from 183 to 252. Because she should have had insulin 1, 2, 3 by 2. So she missed. But when she gets home, she didn't eat. She got settled. She ate. Like, you can't make somebody eat every 3 hours in a day because if she eats dinner at 3 o'clock, by 7, she'll be hungry again. So it's like they give you the rules, but you have to own the rules and like make it work for you and your family and your lifestyle and your home. Now look right here. The doctor's gonna kill me. She's gonna say Michelle, but I'm gonna explain to her. She's probably gonna agree with me. I don't always do this, but at 10, 11:51, I did this. I did this calculation, and I gave her 3 units because the arrow it went straight up. I'm gonna make another video and break down Dexcom arrow, the different troubleshooting, understanding Dexcom. A lot of people are new diagnoses. This is the main reason why I'm starting to share more about um this is what I'm going through. Number one, is because I'm tired of explaining it to people. It is how do you explain a chronic illness? Do anybody know that cancer is an autoimmune disease as well? Like, you cannot just simply say, I hate when they ask me, how's she doing? I'm like, well, it's such and such and such and such time. Just, I can't just do like Gina. I'm all right. Gina be, you be like, you all right? She be like, yeah. Like, she doesn't. She's not a mom. She's a kid. Like, she probably hates this and that. She's like, it's not that serious. I mean, it is serious to her, but it's really not. She's still like, my daughter is still an innocent, naive, innocent child. Like, she's not grown. She's not ahead of her time. She's not fresh. She's not fast. She's not like, she's just amazing. I can't even believe that. It's amazing. But I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, and I'm sitting here and I like needed to look at the phone to see what the trigger is, and I'm like nervous. But I know I haven't heard anything going off, so it can't be that bad. But this was a big no-no. So if you're watching this video later on and I'm really not on here live, and you're like, oh, I made a mistake, she needs more insulin, go back. Don't go back and do that. I'm telling you. And if you do it because you choose to do it. Don't do it because I told you to do it, because I'm not telling you to do that. Because it's called stacking. You can look it up. Diabetic insulin stacking. That will kill you because the medicine is working whether you got something for it to work on or not. That's what a low is from insulin. There's a insulin low and then there's a regular low. Sometimes you get low because you're hungry. Sometimes I'm like, Gina, maybe you're not low. Maybe you're just hungry. But I'm terrified because I know I wasn't supposed to do it. Praise the Lord. But obviously I needed to. Okay. So that means it's going to go down. That the arrow down is not all the way down. All the way down, what I think would be 90 or 100, and going down in the next 30 minutes. The the flyer is on the wall. I tacked it to the wall so we can always see it. I'm not going over there right now. But there are rules with this arrow. This is telling me that the insulin just kicked in. And I just learned how to enter insulin on Dexcom. This is actually her phone because I'm using her app. Um, that white square, if you see that white square right there, that's why I gave her this 3 units of insulin I wasn't supposed to. And I did that so that the doctor could see that. Now, I didn't do it at 10, but it's on the paper. So she's going to notice it regardless. Like, I don't want it to look like I'm hiding it. Like, I wrote it down and I actually put one injection in here because I want her to know what I did, because she can use that information and tweak her correction factor for overnight. But we can't just up and do that because we just had a med change this week. So these might not be true numbers. It's just maybe what her body's doing. It takes a little while for the body to get used to the certain amount of insulin, and it'll show true numbers. This shit ain't no joke, y'all. I've had people tell me I'm doing this, making this stuff up in my head. Is you crazy? Who the heck would do that? This is a lie. I do this to keep my daughter alive. Happy National Diabetes Day. If you are watching this video now, I got a couple of viewers. I want to say good evening. Well, good morning to you. It's National Diabetes Day. You may be a type 1 parent, grandparent, caregiver. You may be type 1 yourself. Welcome to my channel. I share a lot of my diabetic moments with my daughter as a type 1 mom. Um, I share a lot of music. I compose music. I sing a little bit. I haven't really been able to do what I wanted to do with that. I also have a book on Kindle, No One to Tell. I'm so proud of that. I haven't really pushed it like that because I really want to do it a certain way, and I really want to have some more things in line with it when I do that. But it's coming soon. If you want to purchase the book, you can go to um, my about page right here on YouTube. It's down at the bottom. There's a link on there. Um, I'm on Facebook a lot. I'm actually trying to incorporate things over here, which I did a really good job with moving my diabetic stuff pretty much here. The censorship on Facebook, I don't want to deal with it. But I can't leave Facebook because I have diabetic groups. There are four diabetic groups that I really, really can't live without. I mean, that's literally the only reason why I haven't deleted my Facebook. Because when you're dealing with a disease that like isn't really understood by society as a whole, it's isolating. I've isolated myself from most of my family members. A lot of them wanted to help in the beginning when they realized what it was. Oh no, we can't handle that. So I don't really like rejection and I don't really take rejection well. So I just take care of her on my own. I get help from the doctor. She's in therapy. I have a medical team at her school. She actually goes to a medical high school, and this was planned out last year during the civil rights meeting I had with the Department of Education's lawyers. I signed an NDA, so I can't really go into detail. But Gina is in a high school. She wants to go into the medical field. That's one thing, but she is in a medical high school that actually gives her medical care. Hallelujah. While she's there. Because last year my daughter almost died in school from New York's Department of Education, and I do not want to go through that ever again because I will go to jail, and I don't need to go to jail. I was so upset. Hallelujah. I need that to come down. 309 is too high, and I needed to come down now because what goes up must come down, right? And with diabetes, when you go that high, 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 eventually, like later than sooner, you crash, crash, crash. And I would be doggone if I want to be up all night treating lows. And then that makes her cranky. She doesn't get her rest. She's cranky. That's why she was mad at me when I woke her up. Because when she's too high, it makes diabetics agitated. They can fight you. They really get angry. It's so much to this stuff. Like you have to live it to know it. You can study it, the what you're reading is just a roundabout estimate of what you're really going to go through. There are going to be things that you're going to have to do. Like now, like literally, my if I had not gave my daughter those 3 units of insulin, she would have been about 500-600 by now. Would have risked the throwing up crap, and I would have had to call an ambulance. Do I look like I need? It's so cold outside. Like I just So I was praying to God. I'm like, God, please don't let this stack and work against me. Please let this. And I think that maybe the doctor would have agreed with me. It's not like I stack on purpose. Like this was more like me trying to get it down so that she can go to school in the morning. It's so rough. It's so rough. And then on top of that, 4 years of diabetes. Um, 4 years of her being in school age. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I could have just homeschooled her and I would wake her up at the night in Lowe's and make her brush her teeth. Because when you treat with sugar and you sleep with sugar in your mouth, come on. My daughter needs 2 root canals right now and I'm freaking out. So I take her to the dentist and the dentist is like, oh my gosh, mom, why is her teeth so bad? Like I'm some kind of bad mother. And I don't even like that kind of tone. And I said, well, hello, did you read her chart? She is diabetic. I'm on her to brush her teeth all the time. I bought her a beautiful, strong electric toothbrush. Okay, we do Lowe's. Last week, I swear I treated her 4 times in one night in a 15-minute interval, and can't even say it. Can't even say it. You know what I mean? Every 15 minutes, like 4 times, I had to treat her. That sugar sits in her mouth. Sometimes she might just hold the juice in her mouth. I don't know. But 4 years of these Lowe's overnight has really tore my baby teeth up. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I don't really know what to do about that. This is why I love the diabetic groups in Facebook. Hopefully, I can have that same gathering here and we can meet like once a week and just meet with minds because I learn a lot from these parents. Because when you're isolated and nobody around you understands, you should hear the stuff some of these people say. If nobody understands me, I can't learn from you. Like, it's like parenting. When you're a parent, you talk to other parents, you learn things. You say, oh, well, I never thought about that. Let me try that with my baby. It's been totally hard for me to do that with diabetes because nobody seems to have it but me. Excuse me, and but my daughter. And I know that's not true because there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people in these groups. But I don't know anyone personally in my life that is going through this, and it makes the people that know me feel like maybe I'm just like, I don't know, mental health or something. I don't know what the hell they be thinking. The problem is them. You're not aware. You're not aware to other people's realities because you don't have to deal with it. And that is like the American way. Seriously. Like we live our lives and we're so stuck in our lives like an ostrich stuck their head in the sand. Like you don't realize that other people have real realities that are opposite of yours. Um, some people don't understand why you can't go to work. Well, here in New York, I only have from 11 to 2, maybe 10 to 2. Because most of the time I'm asleep when she going, or I'm just up for hours and days at a time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. And I can't leave her by herself. I cannot leave her with this medicine by herself. I cannot trust her with this medicine by herself. She is not an adult. She is a minor. Legally, I am. When you're on life sustaining medications, she needs an adult around her 24/7. And then not even the medications. Um, she could fall out at any time. She wears a ID bracelet. I bought her an ID bracelet to make sure, like, if she doesn't want me to go with her to school, so I trust her to ride the train. Not a long stop at all. One stop, and she has a buddy. They meet up. Thank God for her. Every school my daughter has been in, there's always been 2 or 3 girls that um, really gravitate to her, and they be like, "You feeling okay? How's your sugar?" They have my number if they need to call me if something happens. So it's really not all bad, and that's what I really want to dwell on today is the positive parts of diabetes. Um, the most positive, I want to try to come up with 3 positive things that I can really identify through the change in my life of having a diabetic daughter, as opposed to before when she was not diabetic. Our bond is way stronger than it was before. Gina used to be with her godmom, her grandma, my cousin, her stepdad. She loved her dad to death. I never had but like if somebody wanted to keep her, I never had a problem. Like she was in my ex-husband's wedding, like it wasn't a big deal. Um, Stayed with him for the summer. Excuse me, stayed with his family for the summer. You know, I don't think I had this same bond with her then. Like I love my daughter because I only have one child, and I was told a long time ago I couldn't have any children. So she's like my miracle baby. Um, our bond is so strong now, and diabetes did that, and that's like a big deal to me because teenagers and their parents usually repel. You know, they're usually repelling one another. They're not usually coming closer. But the opposite happened with me and my daughter, and I'm so grateful because I was a repelling teen. Okay, so I'm so blessed. Um, that I'm getting the exact opposite of the energy that I had at her age. She's so sweet. She's so humble. And she's so appreciative to what I do and what I have to do. And I don't complain and I don't be like, oh, I'm tired. Gina, why you just can't do it this one time? Oh my God, what am I gonna like I never do that, but I know she knows when I'm tired. because I can be asleep and I don't sleep hard anymore since she went in this coma. I really sleep really light because like when she's sleeping, she lays still. When I hear her moving a lot, I will wake up because she may be feeling low and can't talk. She may think that she's talking and can't tell me. Um, I don't know. It's just something you go through when you almost lose your child. Those doctors scared the damn hell out of me. They told me after I think like the third day she wouldn't wake up. Well, she's been under too long. It's been over 1,000 for days. There's no telling how high it was before you got here. Um, we are we are concerned about her eyesight and her brain. And it's like, look, mom, there's a possibility that she may be blind and brain dead. And there are really people out there that think that I make this shit up for clout or for attention or to be stereotypical black and lazy. That shit pisses me off. Excuse my language. I don't. I know there's people out there that would do horrendous stuff. For people to think that I would do something like that, it's just confusing to me. It makes me sick. Like I just felt nauseous. That makes me sick. I would never wish that on someone that I turned 300 and something pounds for. I was 300 pounds. Like I lost everything that I had before I was pregnant. Like everything stopped. I was very sick. They had me on medicine because my right side of my heart stopped working. I went AFib at 7 months. Um, so even just being pregnant traumatized the hell out of me. But my daughter going into that coma on October 23rd, 2015, I will never forget. They be like, the day, like, people forget. I'll be like, well, people forget it today? Like, how would I not know that day? Like, this really happened. I'm not making this up. This really happened. Um, Hearing these doctors tell me, my daughter, like, I mean, it's a doctor. So, like, now I know better. Like, I listen to a doctor, I hear it, and I process it in my own way. I do my own research now because now I understand these doctors can tell you what they want to tell you. Somebody else is in control, okay? Because my daughter woke up 9 days later. She was very frail and fragile and lost a lot of weight. A lot of weight. I think our diabetic journey, the video that I may have uploaded last to my enduring juvenile diabetes 24/7 365 playlist, you'll see a picture of me and my god sister over her hospital bed. She had just woke up. She was very, very frail, skinny. Never seen her like that before. That was the most scariest. That was scarier than my labor. My labor was out of um like it was a creep show. Seriously. Like I had the ugly mask. Peace to you. Peace and blessings. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not, I am trying to start my business off the ground. I'm a type 1 mother and I am trying to get 8,000 subscribers. I have tons of content in the works. This will not be my last live. I have not been live in a minute simply because diabetes has been kicking my butt. Seriously. Then I got served for my ex-husband, so I'm gonna be having some ex-wife files coming soon too. I really had to get my momentum back. I took a lot of blows. I was punched in the face, in the mouth, in the gut. I was just being attacked from diabetes, and my ex-husband is just being attacked. And that is something that I really don't need right now. Like I really could use all the support and understanding and empathy. I don't want sympathy from anyone. I don't want that. I'm a very hard worker. I'm sacrificing for her because I want her to grow up. Like you don't have a kid and say, "Oh, I want him to make it to 10 and that's it." No, baby, I'm trying to get grandkids in a few decades. not decades. You know what I mean? I want to see my baby grow up. And there's some parents that can go out here and just don't care. Or they can care in their own little mind, in their own little world, but they don't act on it, caring. I'm not that type of mother. I'm just not. Like, I love my child. And she's amazing. She makes straight A's. She got failed in gym. I have to go to school and find out what the hell's going on with that. Something's going on. So we're gonna do a drum roll, and we're gonna look at Dexcom and see what is going on. Peace to you. Peace to you, Lego. Peace to you, CIO. Peace and blessings to you. Hallelujah. It's 290. The arrow is still down. It's 290. So she was, well, you can't see it over here. Am I on my phone? Where's my phone? See, she uses Dexcom app on her phone. Speaking of phones, I use Dexcom Follow because I follow her. And if any of my family members see this video and you want to, and you're curious as to what goes on in our lives, and I know you're kind of far, if you want to follow her Dexcom on your phone and you can see what goes on, just let me know. Give me a message, call my phone, be like, hey, can I follow Gina so I can see what's the day in the life with you guys, you know? I don't have a problem with that at all. I've been waiting for my ex-husband to ask for that, but he hasn't done it yet. So it is what it is. Um, I'm gonna go with follow right now. I miss coming on here to YouTube. Did y'all miss me? I miss you. Last year, I think we started No One to Tell. It's a beautiful experience for me. Now, follow, I like follow because number one, it's black. Like at night, that kind of burn my eyes at night. You don't look, I'll be like, ugh. This is black, has night mode. So the arrow's still going down. So hopefully I can get her over here and I'll be happier. But this is what it also does. I'm about to say, don't make a lie here out of me. This is what it also does. There's like a toddler. You say you do something, you say it does something, and it don't do it. So this is what happens when you turn Dexcom Follow from portrait to landscape. You get to see the whole graph. I'm sorry about the glare, guys. And as you see, we had a roller coaster day. That was last night. This was in school. It cut off at 2 in school. So what happened was the sensors that this reads here only last 7 days. So today was a 7th day. So that's why you see that gap where there's nothing. And then there's a 3-hour warm up period after you insert the new sensor, which is a needle, which is, it's hard to explain. It's a needle inside of it's a wire needle type joint, then inside of another needle. I push it, it just makes me nauseous. I push it inside of her and I pull the applicator off, but it sits inside of her for 7 days. I was not keen about that at first, but when you look at how much data I receive from Dexcom, yeah, I'll poke her. Put it right in her. Dexcom is a blessing. If you don't have it, or if you know someone with diabetes and they're having a really tough time managing it, that's because they don't have Dexcom. Dexcom gives you weight. There's no way. I don't know how my daughter lived the first 3 years without Dexcom. Like it was by that was by the grace of God, because she has been going low and high for 3 years, and there's no way that I knew that it was happening because I would have to literally prick her every 15 to 20 minutes. And test strips will run out if you do that. We only get 300 a month, and she tests like 10 times a day. So I spend a lot of money in healthcare costs. When something runs out, anything can run out at any time. So it's like, don't ask me what I spend because I don't keep receipts. I swipe that card and I get what she needs. I don't care what I spend. Um, So the fact that she's 290 and the arrow is still slanted down is okay for me. I don't feel that nervous. Son of a bitch. But it stopped at 288. So that's how far I got it down. So let me see, did it even peak? 11:51 is when I gave it to her. So it's 12:56. So that's 1 hour. I got a feeling if I test her, it may be a little lower than this. G5 needs calibrations. You have to use this meter and put a right number in it. Let it run from a right number. Number one is not testing blood like this will. It's sitting in tissue. It's sitting in body tissue. So the numbers are going to be a little different. And that's just a tip for anybody who's like freaking out because they got different numbers. Now I've been hearing about different numbers on G6, and that shouldn't be happening. I don't know what's going on with that, and I'll probably deal with that when I get G6. Um, Again, my name is Shell. Call me Shell from the block. Call me Shell. Call me Type One Mom. Call me anything you want to call me. Just don't call me dumb. Okay. Um, this is my channel. It's a new channel. I know there's a lot of content here because I'm a mind person. I'm a creator. I do all kinds of stuff all day long. So there's going to be tons of content here, but I have yet to get into my niche for this channel. But I do know it's going to be Type 1 Mom stuff here. It's going to be music stuff here. I'm trying. I wanted to go to the open mic, but I have court on the 29th and I have a dinner on the 26th. So I'm just not even going to go this month. I'm going to go next month. Every time I plan it, I have to put it off because something comes up. I didn't know I was going to go to court at the end of the month. So I'm planning on doing a open mic really soon. And I'm going to make a segment here and share with you guys. Just to give you an insight into me trying to have some fun as a single divorced mother and showcase my talent and just do what I love to do. I love entertaining to a certain extent. I do have social anxieties. I'm not a summer walker, but I do have social anxieties. So I'm really not always out and about all up in people's face. Just not the type of person. I've been through a lot. A lot of people already know that. If you have not seen my playlist, you can go to my playlist. I have some social security form, nationality stuff. What is that? Brain building. I have some meditation that I try to do myself till I suck. But I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get back at it. I have some overnight meditations of other channels that I save because I listen to them myself at night. Because insomnia is real when you got bad nerves, you got issues, and you're dealing with diabetes. No One to Tell is the name of my first published book. I published it last year, and I'm super proud of myself. I didn't really tell a lot of people because I really haven't done it the way I want to do. I want to present it with some more things that I'm working on, and it's just, everything is going to manifest just fine. If you don't want to support me and buy the book, you can still come here to my channel and watch the whole playlist. We premiered a chapter or two every week last year. I enjoyed it. It was hard a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I finished that last chapter, I just been like, it's like a release. Confession is good for the soul, honey. Um, then okay, we got the music, we got the type one diabetes, all kinds of type one diabetes. That's in the playlist. Um, some music I like to listen to is in a playlist. My original music is in a separate playlist. Um, that's it. I'm working with about to get some new affiliates. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I'm setting up a marketing process here on my channel, and I'm super excited about that because passive income is better than no income. And right now, I'm not getting any support from my ex-husband, from my daughter, so I need all the support that I can get from me on my own for my child. Um, it is what it is. People do what they want to do. You can't make anyone do anything. Um, Gina Sugar's 28. It's about to refresh. It refreshes every 5 minutes. and it's going back up. It's went from 288 to 290. So she just had 5 units of insulin. So now at this point, I'm starting to believe that she might be getting resistant. I don't know. I'm going to definitely call the doctor. I'm going to email. I don't know. I'm going to email her. We do a lot of emailing. And I'm going to tell her, listen. But then here we go with this. They want to put another device on my child. Now, this insulin pump, when I share this, this has nothing to do with the pump itself. Yes, a pump would be perfect to give her automated shots. That's perfect. She wouldn't have to shoot herself with a needle no more. That would be perfect. But here's the thing. Mr. Trump and Mrs. America and these prior authorizations and cutting those jobs and making those prior authorizations screws us. So this is why I turned down the pump. Because here's the difference between pump and manual. Manual, we're on 2 insulins. Pump, we'll be on 1, right? So if a prior auth only covers the pump for 28 days out of the month, those are days, those little bit of days every month add up to 30 days a year that she's off of it. Why the hell would I want to put my daughter on a machine that she's going to be coming off of every month? So that means I'm going to have to change insulin regimens back and forth. Mind you, the doctors mention it. Oh, well, a pump would probably fix this. You know, they're paid to do that. The pump will probably fix this, what's happening over here. I said, I'm sure it would. So what about prior authorizations? I'm still waiting for them to tell me that it's not going to need a prior authorization, but they can't tell me that because, of course, it needs a prior authorization. You want a bonus. I want to live without extra added stress coming on and off of these devices. We go without Dexcom. So if I go without Dexcom for 28 days, what am I going to do with the pump while Dexcom is off or they're both off? No, not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it at all. And then on top of that, with my daughter being so young, I don't want to get her to pump and she be lazy and don't learn how to do this. Because when the pump goes down, or this for some reason you can't use the pump, you got to go back to the manual way. So I want her to learn the manual way first. If she was way younger, like 4, 5, 6, oh, I'd probably jump on it because yeah, we need that because a 6-year-old, that's a lot of pressure to put on them to be an endocrinologist or to be an adult. This is an adult disease. Like adults have a hard time doing this. So it's like, why? Like, I just don't. If it's not going to better the quality of my life right now, the only thing that can do that is a cure. Adding more and more treatments is nothing but a band aid on top of the wound. We need a cure. I don't want to keep like we've got tons of treatments, tons of them. I want a cure. But today is National Diabetes Day, and I really want to jump on here. I cannot believe I've been talking for 53 minutes, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I got a comment over here. I'm going to have to respond to you. Let me respond to you right now. Peace and blessings. So I'm a little manic. As you can tell, when I talk like this, I'm a little manic. Because I don't know what my daughter's sugar is doing, and I really don't want her to go in the hospital. She's doing so good in school. And you know, that breaks their will down. They're like, well, we worked so hard. Why is this happening? So I really don't want her to go through that. So it's about to be another 5 minutes. If this goes up one more time. But what I'm not going to do is do what I did at 10. I'm not going to give her more insulin. Because what I should have did was waited until 291. I don't understand why this keeps going up. I don't want to freak out though. I'm just going to. She may need water. That's another thing. I spend $120 a month on cases of water. I want somebody to think I'm lying. $120 a month. I buy 3 cases about every week or sometimes twice a week. She has to drink water. Like the average person is supposed to drink a lot of water. So she's got to drink like twice that. And it's so hard for me to get her to do it. Ugh. So it's like an uphill battle. It's like incline 24/7. But at the end of the day, I have my daughter. She's alive. She's beautiful. She's helpful. She's healthy. She has a chronic illness, but she's literally healthy. She doesn't catch colds. Praise God. Her immune system clearly is damaged. That's how she got type 1 diabetes is a bad immune system. The immune system isn't good. But I haven't had any extra issues. Like we're watching certain things. We're watching her thyroids. We're watching her development. Um, we're a little worried, just a little bit. Nothing serious. But we're just keeping an eye on everything. We're like ahead of everything, ahead of everything. Naomi Berry in New York City. I've been to a lot of doctors with my daughter. A lot. When I tell you the center that I have her in New York is amazing. When I tell you amazing, the word has to be spectacular. It has to be stronger than amazing. Oh, grand rising. I want you to thank God for a new day. I hope today is a beautiful day for you and I. I just had to say that. It's like good morning. You would probably tell me good morning. I say grand rising. Because I lost a lot of people. Morning is not a word that I like to identify with. So grand rising suits me just fine. Um, three things. Three things that positively impact me through type 1 diabetes. My bond with my daughter is amazing. Um, my knowledge, my knowledge of type 1 diabetes management is superb. I have been um, basically like certified in 4 states. Um, I would say more here is where, oh, I thought somebody was out there fighting. More here, um, the classes, no, in the beginning in Philly, when she was in CHOP, their classes were superb. 8-hour classes. There were classes. They did not play no games. And I had to take these classes before I could bring her home because she's got real instructions. And then the instructions got instructions. So it's like, it's so much to learn. I've made mistakes. We've both slept through lows. That's when God steps in. Other than that, I'm on it. I'm on it. God has given me the ability to have a clear mind. I don't drink. Me don't smoke blunts. Me vape with the medical marijuana program. I have to have a clear mind. They had me on Xanax for my anxiety. They had me on antidepressants. I came off all of that stuff and came out of mental health because I said, hold up. How am I supposed to be doing this insulin if I'm on all these drugs, doctor? I'm like, oh, I can't be on it. That's the bottom line. I can't be on this stuff. So it's hard. It's hard to process all of this when it's your child or your parent or you. Like illness is scary. It's like a world that you don't know what, like you just don't know. It's the unknown. But the bond, the knowledge that I have gained these 4 years, I knew nothing of this. I mean, I heard about it, but I thought it was like a little itty bitty issue, like person here or there. It is an epidemic. It's like someone diagnosed a child like every 3 or 5 minutes. Something's wrong. This isn't bodies being born deficient. Like, my daughter was completely healthy for 10 years. And I'm not going to say vaccines did it, but that's the only common factor. with my daughter and the rest of these children. Okay? Race is not even an issue. Race, so it's something else leading to these children with type 1 diabetes. We're going to find out what it is. Keep researching. So we got three things, but we only said two. So that was the bond that I have with my daughter, a teenage daughter. That you know how teens are. They be like, "Mom, leave me alone." She's like, "I love you, Mom." Earlier she was like, "I'm like, get off me." She was like, "Mm." I said, "Oh, this is my big old spoiled baby." So the bond that we had, the knowledge that I gained. Now, what's the third? And this is hard to find something positive about diabetes because I hate diabetes. But this the National Diabetes Day. And at the end of the day, it's a part of my life. It's a part of my daughter. It's a part of my family. That's my family. My family is my daughter. So my bond, the knowledge that I have had to learn and have learned on my own through research and through experience. What is the third thing? It's so hard to find something positive about diabetes, but I really want to do this. The other positive thing about diabetes would be it gives us hope. Yeah, it gives me hope. Like tonight, I'm hoping tomorrow will be better, and I have to hope tomorrow is going to be better because I want my daughter to be here tomorrow, and I want her to go to school, and I'm hoping for a cure, and I'm hoping that she's able to grow up and be able to be self-sufficient and to be able to do anything and everything she wants, as long as she takes care of her health first. Because no matter about your dreams, if you don't handle your health, you ain't gonna have no health to have a dream on. So you can do all you want and plan all you want, but you gotta take care of yourself. Self care, the hope, which drove me to being more effective in self care. Yeah, diabetes instills hope in you. It's it's degrading at times to a parent. You're like, why can't I? Like a while ago, I'm like, what did I do? I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not. I'm just not getting it. I'm not. You have hope. You inject that needle, you're hoping. I'm hoping this is going to work. I'm hoping this is going to work. Diabetes is a horrific disease. But if you're determined and you're persistent and you're consistent, um, you can have a life. It won't be the life you had before, but it will be a life and there will be quality there because when you're that close to losing your life, you appreciate it that much more. You understand? So diabetes has humbled me as a adult and as a mother. Becoming a mother humbled me. By the time my daughter was 2, I didn't even recognize myself. um, it's amazing how life changes you. Certain situations in your life really change you. You okay? You okay? You okay? Gina, you okay? No? You said no? Are you okay? What's wrong? Gina, are you okay? I asked that to her. I was like, no, okay. So usually when she's moving like that, but I know she's not low, but I just be wondering because like it's really tough with my daughter specifically because I look at a lot of children and families in my diabetic groups. A lot of children feel symptoms. A lot of children throw up and they feel bad. My daughter doesn't have symptoms, so it's so easy for her to tell people I'm fine. So you have to be the one to be like she can tell me she's fine. I don't want to hear that. I want to look on the phone. I want to see what your sugar is because even her sugar could be 500 or 1,000. She doesn't feel a thing. She doesn't have the symptoms. Only time she gets a symptom is like her sugar's 30 or 40. She'll get shaky. And she'll wake up and she'll like, Mommy, I feel low. And I'll jump up on my thing, I get some juice and I'll measure the juice out. Keep measuring cups. You gotta measure everything that I put in her mouth. It has to be measured. Everything. Even down to the bread. But I do it out of love because I love my child. Um, I'm not the only one. So it's gonna sit at 291. It's sitting at 300. I don't understand this at all. It went from 180 to 300 for nothing. There's so many variables. Growth. You don't get an email when your child is growing. You don't get a notification. She could be going through a growth spurt. She could be going through development, girl time stuff. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's something. Um, she has a tooth issue. She's on antibiotics. She took antibiotics yesterday. It didn't do anything. It could be the antibiotics. I don't know. It's like, how do you know what's going on in your blood? You don't. So you just take a note of everything, and you just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Like right now, I feel like I'm not giving her no more insulin because I don't want anything crazy to happen. By 4 o'clock, I'll be up and I'm gonna get her up and she's gonna take 17 units of Basaglar. She'll probably take whatever she needs of Apidra for the high. If I'm sure she'll be high. By 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, when she gets up, the Apidra will have peaked. By 8 o'clock, by the time it's time for her to leave, the Landis will peak and she should be at a normal rate to get her through school. So I make it to where, not saying I make it, but it works out to where most of her issues come at night. So a lot of nights I'm up. This is where I make most of my content. I be in here going crazy off of type 1 diabetes, and I make a song. Like right now, my mom had a stroke and I heard last night. I got a little upset. I have a piece of song. I'm working on it. It's going to take some time because I really like it, and I think it's going to be one of my favorites. I'm gonna take my time and make it, but I just don't feel like it, and I'm just not into it, and I don't want to rush making it. Some of them just come out like, and boom, there it is. Some of them, I don't even know why I uploaded them. I just wanted people to see like every song I make is not like, ooh. Some of them you be like, what the hell is that? Because I said bump it, I'm gonna share the good ones and the bad ones, just to see, to even it out a little bit. Um, it is November the 14th, 1:18 in the morning. I just went on and on and on and on about diabetes. I hope you learned something today. It is National Diabetes Day. If you know someone with diabetes, check up on them. If you don't know someone with diabetes, try to get aware about at least one, two, or three things that you did not know about diabetes before. There's new technology coming out yearly. Um, More people are speaking up. I'm one of them. Um, Show someone with diabetes some love today. Text them and say, hey, you're a sweet person. That's a sugar joke. No, sugar ain't got nothing to do with diabetes. No, but like just check them and say, hey, it's National Diabetes Day. Just want to check up on you. I know you're diabetic. I just wanted to let you know, I love you. Anytime you need me, just call. I'm probably going to make Gina a little card and send it to her while she's in school to in a text. Look, that's as low as it's going. 5 units of insulin in a 1 hour, 2 hour period should have brought her way down more than this. I gotta take insulin out. I gotta take insulin out the refrigerator because I think the one she got now is about to be empty. So I'm gonna have to take that out when I get off here. But just to recap, three things that I think that are really, really, really positive that came out of this devastating diagnosis. Um, the hope that it instilled in me. Like I really was not really a hopeful person. I was more of a negative Nancy back in the day, due to my circumstances and different things I had been through in my life. But diabetes really gives me hope. Like it really instills hope and determination in me and like will to do this and not mess up and to make myself proud. To make my daughter proud and have her proud of herself. The knowledge of type 1 diabetes that I learned is college material. Me and her doctor joke all the time. I said, dog, you half my age and you had to go to college to learn this. She be like, Miss Jones. I said, well, I'm just saying, for me to have to do this and actually be an intern, I should get certified. She said, actually, you're right. I just did a 4-year internship, okay? I don't even had to sit in no, I did it from experience. You can sit and read a book all you want. You can sit and read about diabetes online all you want. That ain't gonna get it at all, child. That's a roundabout telling you what you would deal about. That's like a summation. Honey, 1 second at a time is how us type 1 parents live. 1 second at a time, one dose at a time. You can't read up on it. I sat in the classes. And when it came to me dealing with Gina, the class don't help you. It's experience. And then they can't help you because your child needs her own specific way of treatments. It's not going to work for Billy and Judy. That's for your child. So what you're reading online is a summation. It's just put together for you to understand it. It has nothing to do with real time. It's real. Like the book would told you, don't you give her no insulin an hour and a half after you gave her that insulin. Honey, they never said with emergencies you gotta get aggressive and do what it takes. And then stay woke to make sure that she don't fall out. He didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? You have to do. I was told by the nurse at the school last year. She said, Michelle, I was not adjusting her numbers. Now I did. Because I had to do it enough to learn what adjusting numbers really meant. Adjusting numbers just sound like you just change them. No, you change it when you need it. And I know whether to go up and down. And the doctor gave me permission. Yes, my internship is real. Um, but the doctor told me last year, she said, listen, I know you're scared to death. She said, because I don't even want to try to do it because I'm scared for you. She said, but you're going to have to get in there and change them numbers. When you can't reach that doctor or it's the holiday, Thanksgiving, and you got to make an adjustment, what you going to do? Wait on the doctor? Because the doctor is eating with their family. That doctor ain't thinking about you. And you can call the overnight doctor all you want. The overnight doctor don't know your daughter from a can of paint or your son from a can of paint. So you got to get in the mode where you're comfortable with making, even if you make a mistake. You got like I know what to do when if I give her too much insulin, oh I know what to do. Okay? I'm gonna tell you something else. Very smart. One day my daughter had to do she gets a thyroid test every year because we're having issues with her thyroids. She's so young for this, and it just breaks my heart because she's too young for all this stuff. But the people that did the blood work, this was in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll never forget it. I drove my cousin's truck there with my daughter to get her shots. I mean, to get her blood work for her endocrinology appointment. So, mind you, the blood place is not the diabetic doctors. These people don't know anything about diabetes, clearly. They done took my baby blood, child. And I'm looking at my daughter, and then she looks at me. She said, "Man, I don't feel well." She starts seizing. Do you know they called the ambulance? And the ambulance was like, you know how they're asking questions and everything was just moving. I said, let me tell y'all something. Give me my daughter. I said, you can tell the ambulance to meet me at McDonald's. My daughter does not eat breakfast. What y'all should have told me is that I never, like, this was the first time we had blood drawn in the middle of the day like that. We're like early in the morning like that. If you are getting blood tests for your diabetic kids, make sure when you go to get them blood that they've had their insulin, they ate. My daughter really doesn't like breakfast. So now I know never to schedule her in the morning for a blood test because my daughter went into a seizure, literally. And they told me, don't take my daughter. And I said, listen, my child is hungry. You done pulled out all this damn blood out of my child. I'm about to drive up the street to McDonald's with my child and get her some food and some soda and put this up in my baby before my baby die. Because before, what I won't do is sit here and wait for y'all to figure out in your head what you're going to do, because I done already made a plan. The ambulance followed me. I told them, no, don't touch my child. I'm just so scared of somebody pushing their agenda on her when I've been doing this for years. I know what she needs. So I haul ass to McDonald's. I'm telling the lady, can I just get the food at the window? Just give me anything you got real quick and I'll pay for it. My baby's sick. She said, come on to the window. She gave me to the window. I'm giving Jenny the food. And I'm telling you, she drank that damn sun kiss. My baby came back. True story. Scared the living shit out of me. I wouldn't let nobody put no blood for her for so long after that. And I give them hell before they do it now. I'm like, listen, do you know what you're doing? Do you know how to react in a crisis? Or are you going to freeze? Because I need to know, okay? It's tough being a type 1 mom, but I love it. It's action-packed. It's full of drama. It's emotional. It's like your average reality show. Like, it's amazing. And the end result is my daughter's alive and healthy and thriving and able to play with her friends. She talks on her phone. She goes shopping. I do not shop for this girl. She is so fashionable for herself. Like, she gets to do normal things. And that's really what I want for her. But on the flip side, I don't want her to think that she's so normal that she can neglect her health. I lost my aunt from this disease. She went blind and died from it. And I don't want to see that happen to my daughter. So I'm taking every step to make her comfortable with what she has going on. I want everyone to do the same that deals with her. Um, no condescending comments, stuff like that. We really don't need it. I've had people tell her, well, God takes care of you. Well, not to be coy, but I've been here forever injection. God is not going to come down here and give her an injection because I don't. So I don't want her to be thinking like I have more options, because she does not. She has to do this. She has to understand that a mistake can kill her. Neglect can kill her. She can make her blind. She can lose, like, she can't even stump her toe and ignore that. A bruise can turn into an infection just like that, and she can lose her limbs. So I take very, very, very extra care of her. Um, she actually was the best thing besides my music I've ever created in my life. And to actually be able to raise her and say that I've had a little bits of help here and there along the way, but I raised her and I did a very good job. It's just the best feeling in the world for someone like me who was told they couldn't have any children. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Not going to be getting on here personal all the time, but when it comes to type 1, I really, really, really want more awareness. It's so sad how many people don't get this. They say, oh, just eat right. Did you not know she can't eat at all without insulin? So eating right is not even an issue. Like, my daughter has an organ inside her that does not work. America is not hell bent on giving pancreas transplants. I don't even know if they're, I don't want to say this like this, but it seems like there's more treatments than the actual work on a cure. I could just be feeling that because I'm in the middle of it, but it just seems like there's a million treatments, and this disease has been out since like the 20s. My aunt had this in the 70s. The needles were like that big and that round then. So it's like we need a cure. I just hope that America really isn't monopolizing on it. Okay, 283, 291 is coming down a little bit, but I'll take that as long as it's not going up over. See, as you see, it stops at 400. You go over 400, like, I'm gonna be in the emergency room. But I really enjoy sharing my type 1 experience with you guys on National Diabetics Day. I haven't streamed in a while. I really enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have not, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I need, I think, 900 and something more subscribers so I can monetize this channel, which I am about to monetize it in my own way today. I'm so excited. I'm going to join with some companies and we're going to work out some affiliated products that I'm going to be sharing in some of my videos, and I may do a couple of videos on them. Um, it's about to be Christmas time. If you guys see something on my channel from Amazon, I know I'm going to affiliate with Amazon. If you see an item you may want to purchase for Christmas, please. It won't. It don't cost you a dime. Buy it from my link. I have affiliate links. I'm so proud of myself. I work really hard to stay on my feet without working a 9 to 5 because I don't have 9 to 5 time or energy. And New York actually gives me credit for that because I do have a disabled child in my household, and there's only me and her. So I am blessed. I am blessed. It's rough, but I am blessed. Um, I do Facebook researches. They give me like they pay really. Facebook pays really good for their researches. I've done 3 in the past 3 months. They pay nice. I deal with Survey Junkie. I actually cashed out today. This is the first time I cashed out ever, and I'm going to do a video on it, but I wanted to wait until the money actually hits my account so that I can actually know that I'm telling you guys about a product that actually works. Because I don't know, we're going to check my bank account. There's money in there, and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, it works. It's a lot of time, but since I'm a stay-at-home mom, I have time so I can make those coins. Okay, so just look out for some new content. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Please like this video. Share this video. If you know someone who is a parent, caregiver, or is type 1, type 2, or has diabetes, period, and you think that they may benefit from this video, share it with them. My name is Michelle. If you have any ideas or any subjects about diabetes that you may want to hear my take or reaction on, or my advice on, or just to hear another point of view about something, feel free to leave messages on my videos. I think my email is in my description, on my description page. You can email me, gmom79@gmail.com. Anyway, you can get in touch with me. Find me on Facebook. Anyway, any questions, any ideas, share them with me, and I will work on some content to help you out with whatever issue that you come up with. Um, I love you guys. Peace and blessings to everyone. Spread love. Stop shooting. If you um know anyone that is diabetic today, please call them and check up on them. Older, younger, any type of diabetes, call and check up on them. It's National Diabetes Day. It's a day to bring awareness to a disease that is really an epidemic and really affecting a lot of people that you may not even know about. And it could happen to you, like literally. Um, People are diagnosed every day, children, adults, diagnosed. It's an epidemic. It's crazy. I cry sometimes. Babies. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on? But I'm in the fight. I'm in this fight. Me and my daughter are in this fight. We're gonna be in this fight forever. My name again is Shell from the Block. I'm a type 1 mom. I share music here. I do a little socializing and we talk all kinds of diabetic stuff here. I really appreciate you for joining me this early morning. I gotta listen to this all night. Okay, she breaking down slowly. She don't want to. She's stubborn. Still too high, but it's coming down. It ain't going up. So I really technically didn't stack. She needed more insulin. That's another thing. We're gonna do the next video I'm gonna do. We're gonna work on the arrows. directional arrows of your blood glucose levels on Dexcom G5. That is important because I think that when that arrow is up, you have to add insulin. Like you have to adjust and add insulin. And what I didn't do was I didn't do the arrow. It's a lot. But I stopped it from going super high and us going to the emergency room. So, type 1 mom 1. I take all wins. Even if they have wins, I call them all wins. Um, One day at a time, 1 second at a time is all we really have. That's all we really should be trying to even handle, okay? Because life is real. There's a lot going on out here. I want everyone to be blessed, be safe, be blessed, and be safe, and be at peace. One love. Chef on the Block is signing out.